You're kidding. Hmm. Don't know if you can hear me. Don't know. That says you can. That says you can. You better tell me in the comments if you can hear me. Yeah, I need to know. Hello, everybody. Hi. Jolly good. Yes, jolly good. I'll say hi to you in a sec. Who we got? Austin 483, Groovy Train, David Griffiths. How are you? Comment selection bingo. Evening legend. KLG78. Can you hear me? I might be talking to myself. Not for the first time. Oops. TV's going to switch off. Don't want that. You don't switch off. You stay on. Here, okay. All right, that's jolly good. I tried to copy the chat, but the copy URL has disappeared. Why is the copy URL disappeared? I can do the pop out. Is that going to do me a copy URL? Oh yeah, get you later. Oh. Okay. Oh, be with you in a second, peeps. I'll set most things up, but you know. Not everything. I hope you're all well. I hope everything's good. Bing. Well, that's not doing it, is it? That's not worked. I'm going to try one more time. Loud and clear. You're loud and clear, am I? I can see the chat. I'm just trying to get it. You see, that's not going to work. Well, I'm pleased you can hear anyway. That's the main thing. Hello, peeps. How are you? Hope you're terribly, terribly well. If I sit back here and look all nonchalant with my Lucozade, is it a goal or not? No, it's never a goal. Offside. It's about time it still says live. I better get rid of that. Isn't it about time that the offside rule was abolished? I know nothing about football. Nothing about football. But isn't it? I'm trying to look nonchalant without looking fat. It doesn't work. It's Rehnquist. Hello, Alan. Hello, everybody. Fred Cooper. Please give Coffee Kitty email again. Oh, yes. Well, I am going to do because I didn't want to tell you off. Does it come up on screen? It'll come up on screen in a second, hopefully. I don't like asking for the cups of coffee. I feel really, really difficult and guilty about asking for the cups of coffee. Let me just move the camera so, you can see me. For some particular reason, it's a bit... There we go. Yeah, I do. I feel really guilty about asking for the cups of coffee. But I did ask about 9 days ago. I did a reminder. I used to do it every month, but I'll do it once every 2 months now. Anyway, I did it about 9 days ago, and 3 people bought me a cup of coffee. It's a good job it wasn't 2. Hey, 3 people. Thank you, 3 people. I got £11. Woohoo! Nobody loves me anymore. But maybe nobody watched that video. I can't remember. But yes, well, since you've started me on this conversation, thank you very much to those people that do buy me. I do prefer the PayPal flickers@gmail.com because that's instantaneous. If you do the super chat thing, it takes about 2 months. And by then I'm skint. It's all gone. I've blown it on wine and women. So yes, please, because I've had a conversation with a couple of YouTubers, and we reckon... Ooh, another conspiracy theory, eh? We reckon that YouTube's struggling. Anybody else reckon YouTube's struggling? Are they struggling with adverts? Because our revenue... is well down. I was talking to a couple of YouTubers today and we're all saying the same. We've worked harder this month than ever before. And so we're now scratching our heads saying, is it blooming worth it? We might as well go and get a minimum wage job. But what does make it worth it is when people do buy cups of coffee. That really helps. Normally I raise about £100 through that, sometimes a bit more, which is good. Helps buy the channel something. But last time I did it, I only got 11 quid. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Anyway, let's have a look. Don't feel guilty, but the PayPal email comes up with an odd profile. Yes, it comes up with Donna's. It's Donna. Donna takes care of all the money. So yeah, if it says Donna Wells, don't worry, that's correct. It doesn't come up with my name, but yeah, that's me. Too many adverts on YouTube. Yeah, you know that I've got nothing to do with that, don't you? That's nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. Anyway, so I was talking to these other YouTubers, and I came up with an idea, and they're not too keen on it, but I think it would work if if we started doing it naked? Desperate times. Desperate times. How many cats do you have, Alan? Failure to take action will result in a channel strike. Thank you. Who's got to take action? I'm confused. Don't feel guilty. PayPal, yes, very much. How do you donate with PayPal? Just my email address. Go to PayPal and it'll say, who do you want to pay? And you say, this geezer, flickers@gmail.com. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, it's been a terrible month. We've worked harder than ever before and revenue is down. And I didn't think about it until one of the other YouTubers today. Well, it was Dos. I spoke to Dos today. I don't know if Dos is going to be in the chat. I hope so. Because me and Dos said, we're wondering if the advertisers are they losing advertisers? I wouldn't have thought so. I thought YouTube was #1. I mean, it was crap until I came on it, and then it went up. But now people can see my face and it's gone down. Actually, no one's ever commented on this. Do you know, if I do a video showing this, you have a little chesty face. Little chesty face. Is that? Oh yeah, it is coming through. If I do a video showing this, my face, it goes up. Why? I can't understand that. Alan, greetings from the Netherlands. Hello, Raymond Strick. How are you? Peter, Bond villain, Dr. No High Sense. I like that. That's very good, jolly good. Have a tenner. I love your videos. Well, thank you very much indeed. I should have I shouldn't concoct some sort of balloons every time. Well, I thought YouTube had set that up, but obviously not. How many cats do I have? I have, at the moment, 14. I'm down to 14. I know. I did have 33. Now, before you look at me, I'm not going to go into the saga because most people know I'm not a crazy cat person. It's just either put them in a bin bag and throw them in the sea, which I would never do. Unless we raise enough money. No, I'd never do that. Or look after them. So I decided to look after them. They're not as expensive having all these cats as you may think. You can feed 3 cats for the price of 1. I do. Have we got any in? Oh, Big Mork's in behind. So yeah, down to 14 at the moment. And I never see all of them. You know, out of 14 cats, I probably see 6 or 7 at any one time. But I always know if there's one missing. I've got 3 cats and 1 dog. Oh, you've got to have a dog to chase the cats. Let's have a look. I got a rescue cat 2 weeks ago. Greetings from the Netherlands. Oh yeah, I said that. Hello, thank you very much. Right, end this immediately and check your email. No, I'm not ending anything. I don't know what that is about, by the way. Sorry. So what else have we got to talk about today? Apart from YouTube maybe losing its appeal to people. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I hope it isn't, because I really like it. You know, I was talking to somebody earlier and they said, oh, it's Monday tomorrow and I've got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and all that kind of stuff. And I hate working in this place. And I absolutely love my job. I work hard on the YouTube thing, or at least I have done for the last year. But I did it as an experiment, because there was a YouTube video that said, if you put out a YouTube video every day for 6 months, your channel will take off. Well, I put out a video, sometimes 2 videos a day for a year. It's gone up, but, you know, I can't remember the subscribers we've got. I think we've just gone past 30,000 subscribers. No, I've got that wrong again, haven't I? I always get this wrong. That doesn't matter. But there's only ever, you know, 2,000 or 3,000 that watch a video unless I moan about something. People love a conspiracy theorist and they love a moan. They watch then. Oh, I thought it was a scammer. It's a scammer, is it? Oh, okay. got to love a scammer. Hi from Liverpool, Alan. What was the worst electric shock you ever had? 3 days ago, but it was DC. You ever tried a bit of DC? But it was about 300 volts DC. And it was nasty. And I was in my little garage with the garage door open, and I swore really loudly 5 times. And I'm next to a children's park. But I couldn't help it. It was not. I've never had what you would call a proper electric shock. People have said, "Have you ever been electrocuted?" Well, no, obviously, because that would be death. Death. If you're electrocuted, you're dead. That's the cuted bit. Out. But I get a few zaps here and there. But, you know, quite like a few electronics people, we work on an isolation transformer. And down in the garage, not even earthed. That shocked you, isn't it? And the other unit, not earthed, man. Not earthed. Because it's powered by batteries, isn't it? You know? It's DC converted back to AC, so you know, it's pointless of having an earth. Anyway, perfect face for radio, absolutely. Absolutely. Go on, ask me in the comments if I miss radio. Thank you very much, M. Burden, 949494. Oh, by the way, is what's her name in the chat today? I don't know if I owe him an apology. He's probably unsubscribed. We had a guy in the chat, really nice guy. He was getting involved. This is the last time I went live. He was getting involved in everything. And I think his name was Balak Baka. And I just called him Ballbag. And everyone started calling him Ballbag. I hope we didn't offend him. But anyway, Ballbag, are you... That's ridiculous. I have just seen him in the chat. It's Ballas AFC. I'm off to bed now. Got to be up at 5 o'clock. We'll watch the rest tomorrow. Thanks, Andrew. Oh, sorry, Ballsack. Don't go. Don't go to bed, Ballsack. Email me, Ballsack, if I'm not allowed to call you Ballsack. If you don't like it, I don't mean to offend. I just think it's a great. You just put me on air, Fleckers, did I? Is that a good thing? I had a 240 volt AC and screamed like an old woman. Yeah, Mike, my old boss that comes to help me, he tells when he was working on an old CRT, he did the proper left hand, right hand, touch something, and it really got him. It was nasty, and I don't think he touched a device for a heck of a long time. So it can be nasty, but I've not had a nasty one. I think if I ever get a nasty one like Mike had, I might give up. But you just got to take all the precautions. I watch a YouTube channel, a motorcycle channel. I've noticed the last month he has gained 10k subs. How does that work? Well, one video can really take off. You know, I did a video, that Panasonic, was it the Panasonic one? I can't remember. I did the Panasonic. No, there was something else. It wasn't a Panasonic. But anyway. And the last I saw it had 100,000 hits on it. And from 100,000 hits, you can get an extra... I didn't get 10k. I think I got an extra 2 or 3k people. But then you go back to your normal. So they see this one video, which is me moaning about how we're ripped off in this world. And people go, oh, I like him. Yeah, he's power to the people. He's on our side. And then the next day they see me sitting in the kitchen going, hello, how are you? And they think, oh, he's not the man. He's not the man I thought he was. And they unsubscribe. I was one of the sender of coffee, £3. Terence Saunders. Thank you very much, Terence. You were, yes, I think you were. One of the 3. Thanks, Terence. I do get a regular 2, so you must have been the 3rd one. Thank you, kind sir. Old Retro Gamer, can I please ask you a question about my LG 38 GL950G ultra-wide monitor? Yes, but before you do, let me tell you something. Picture's rubbish, isn't it? Isn't it rubbish? Picture's rubbish. It's very pastel. It's a bit like my shirt. It's very pastelish. That's technical, that is. But yes, of course you can ask me a question. That's what the comments are for you to ask me a question. I'm just going to have to make these things wider. I can see the comments. I haven't put them on channel, but I can see them. Let's have a look. Is there anybody that I've missed? From Barnstable, hello, Snowman7615. Blimey, you could pop down here and make me a cup of tea. Groovy Train Peter stole your joke. What was that? Old Retro Gamer, 3 cats and 1 dog. I guess there'll be no mice around then. Yeah, plenty of them. I wake up to about 5 dead every day. Ugh. I hate that side of it. When they bring in a dead rodent, or birds especially if they bring in a dead bird. I was sitting in this kitchen about 5 years ago. One of them brought in a live, wild rabbit in its teeth. It was still alive, luckily. So I chased them off. So that was the worst electric shock. Where are we now? Oh, it struggles to turn on. Then I'm guessing your LG monitor has an external power supply. It's got one of those mini bricks. Change that. With capacitors in the mini bricks on the way out. So change your little power supply. If it's got an external power supply, change that. Or, well, I was going to say take it apart and replace the caps if you do that sort of thing. If you don't. But it'll be a power supply issue. I have to plug it in and unplug it many times. Sounds like that's what it is. Yep. So just change your power supply, you'll be okay. Kel G 78. It's been really hot here in Dudley. How's the weather here? Really hot. Very hot. I wake up in the morning and it always looks a bit cloudy and I think it's going to be cooler today. And then I go out and it's just too hot. I can't take the dog for a walk. But, you know, it's nice. But I am missing... Yeah, we seem to, when we have a heat wave. It would be nice to have a heat wave, pause, a couple of days of rain, heat wave back. I'm missing a couple of days of rain. That would be nice. Where can you buy a replacement? Just type in your model number on eBay, and there'll be loads of them there. Loads of them. Or send me your old one and I'll try and fix it, but or send me your old one and I'll fix it and you can have it as a spare then, can't you? Or Amazon, yeah, Amazon, as Scott said. Hello, Scott C, 1971. Is that the year you were born? Good year. Better than a live pigeon. Oh, the mess. Oh yeah, they've never done a live pigeon. Never done a live pigeon. Hello, Pirate FM. M. Burden. Pirate FM, big crash on the A30. 2012-ish. Are you talking about something I said on air many years ago? Because you said 2012. Was I on? I wasn't at Pirate FM 2012. I'd left 2009, but I did join them in 1995. Long time ago. And no, yes, it was the year we were born. Thank you for your help, everybody, he says, Old Retro Gamer. You're welcome. Is it nice when people help? But I'm glad we got that sorted out. A lot of people ask me almost on a daily basis about being a DJ and missing it. Don't miss it at all. I should have got out of radio earlier. If I had the courage of my convictions, of which I have now, back then, I would have told a few people to stick it in. In fact, I would have stuck it up them. They became terrible at the end, so it was good to get out. But you know, if you're in a career like I'm doing now, if this came to an end, I'd go, what am I going to do? It's the only thing. Being on the radio and being a DJ or broadcaster or presenter was the only thing that I'd ever done. So what was I supposed to do? But you just do. You find things. You know, there's a path in life, I suppose. Don't get me started on that stuff. Don't get me started on that. Here's a question for you then. Okay. I say don't get me started on that, and I'm going to ask a stupid question. How many people think about being born again? So, you know, when I go, oops, sorry, smack the microphone then. And when you go, do you think you come back as something? Think you're coming back? We think this is it. I don't think this is it. I think we see and do everything. Don't ask me why. Have you seen those YouTube videos of people that have died for a few minutes on the operating table, and they reckon they've gone to the other side and seen friends and relatives? What do you reckon? I'm not too sure about that. Don't know about that, but a lot of people said they've done it, and they say it's beautiful, it's peaceful, it's so loving. Everyone is nice. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to a place where I have to be nice. I'm happy as I am. Put a £5 in your bank for coffee. I must say thank you very much to everyone that's doing this. So thank you very much, Stephen Banther. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Luke's World of Movies and TV. Hi, Alan. How are you this evening? I'm very good. I'm very good. I just suddenly thought that Sunday evening would be a good time to go live. And then 5 minutes before I went live, I suddenly realised that I still haven't set this system up to go live, because I always went live in the old place. But yeah, I'm very good at the moment, really enjoying life. And I'll tell you what I really enjoy. I know you're not really enjoying it, but I am really enjoying these lights I'm buying, that I'm hiring out. I think they're great. And it's Big Clive's fault. Big Clive did that King Kong 6. If you haven't seen the video, go and see Big Clive's King Kong, where he takes it apart and has a look inside. And I hadn't seen disco lights for ages, and I suddenly looked at this disco light and went, oh my goodness, is that what they're making now? Is that what they look like? So I bought one, then two, then three, and then I had a look for some more. I'm loving it. I'm loving buying this stuff. I really am. Only the cheap stuff. There are some really expensive lights on there, but if I can find it cheap, and I mean under 40 quid, I'll buy one. How do we get a screen or projector with no software updates? Well, you want to get something that doesn't connect to the internet and works without connecting to the internet? Oh, I don't think. I'm just looking around me, and I can think of one thing around me here that doesn't connect to the internet and doesn't need updates. Sponsored by Lucas. No, I'm not sponsored by Lucas, but if you want me to, Lucas Edge, you know where I am. I do get asked by a lot of companies for sponsorship, and I'm just not very good with it. I'm not happy. It's like selling out. So in other words, if I said, don't buy me cups of coffee, don't buy the channel cups of coffee, I'm going to get sponsored, every 10 minutes having to say, brought to you by Pucasade. It's refreshingly shite. I can't do that. That is selling out. Light show. Thank you. Oh, you love the light show. Okay, jolly good. Yeah, not many people do. But I'm thinking about doing one every Saturday night. So I did one last night. I think Saturday night is good for the light show. So I'll do those on Saturday nights. So you know to avoid me on Saturday nights if you don't like it. Let's have a look. Sorry. Everything connects to the internet. Everything. It's taking over. And it's a real pain when you buy something new. And, I've got this OLED TV, one that I repaired a couple of months ago. And I can't get this to go onto... This won't go onto YouTube unless I sign up to LG. Don't want to sign up to LG. Just want to watch something. But I've got to sign up to LG now to get YouTube. And I'm sure YouTube haven't given them permission for that. Don't get it. So I sign up to nothing, and it's the PC here. But we're back on now. Yes, there. Should have sound now. I should be coming through, baby. I should be coming through. You stay there, Mork. No, don't you jump over here. It's because I tapped the PC. When I tapped the PC, it didn't like it. It didn't like the USB. This camera runs off the USB, and if you tap the PC, it's what's known as a loose connection. But all USB connections are loose. All of my connections are loose anyway. All good again. Thank you very much. Sorry. Yeah, I could have had a drink while we were off as well, but not to worry. Yeah, sorry. I hit the PC. The internet is driving us all mad. Yeah, I know it does. Loud and clear. Sound is back. My lip reading skills. Jolly good. Don't blame the cat for the no sound issue. No, it's me. I tapped the down thing. But you only have to touch anything, because everything is connected to you. USBs, I hate USBs. How many times have we struggled? And the HDMIs. And we play with USBs and HDMIs every day. Sure, can't they make one side of the HDMI? I know one side is different to the other, but make it a bit more obvious. Put a point on it, so a little arrow. I'm fed up every time I... Brought to you by Pucazed. Every time I try and plug a HDMI in, wrong way around. Every time I go to USB, then you turn it again, still doesn't go in, then you turn it back around. Sorry, you would have heard me gulp that because the microphone's next to me gulp. Let's have a look. Bucharest Guided Tours, Evening TV Repair Community. Thank you very much. I'm back now. We have audio. Yeah. Fred Cooper, hello. T-Tub 8719, hello. How are you? Commander Smeg, thank you. Richard Home. Is that Home? I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. Hello to you. Kel G, nice to have you with us as well. Thank you very much. True Phono, hang on, Cinema Sound 175. What, you blocked my other channel? That's rude. I don't know what you're talking about, mate, but maybe it's a joke and I'll get it in the morning. AI is driving the price of electronic goods up. Is it? Oh, PC RAM is very expensive at the moment, yeah. And memory, hard drives, they've all got ridiculously expensive. Yes, but I mean, these lights that I've bought, which I'm obviously hiring out, so I'm hoping to get a return on them. If it wasn't for AI, I would have probably lost quite a bit of money, because I was buying them from the wrong place. It was a little bit expensive. But AI told me where to buy them cheap. And AI said, come off, what's that Chinese place called? AliExpress. Come off AliExpress and go to see this man on eBay. And he was cheaper, but I thought, nah, this is not going to work. I bought 2 things from him. How many? 2. And they all turned up. So sometimes eBay can be cheaper than AliExpress. Not very often, but sometimes. USB-Cs are the best. Yes, that's a good point. Yeah, because of course they work unilaterally, bilobally. They like it both ways. And yeah, it does work. Can you talk some Dutch, Alan? No, but I can talk Polish. Are you ready? Polish. Are you ready? Cherry blossom. That's shoe Polish. Please yourself. It's the data centers taking all the silicon they can. Yeah, could do. Bought a 4 terabyte hard drive for 50 quid. Yeah, have you really tested if it can handle 4 terabytes? Because let me tell you what's going to happen, matey boy. What's your name? M. Burden. Let me tell you, Mr. Burden, it's going to be a burden. Your 4 terabyte hard drive, when you've used up 370 gigabyte, it'll go tits up. Tits up. Unless you bought it from a reputable dealer. 4 terabytes for 50 quid, deal of the year, yeah, I say. But if you've used all 4 terabytes, that's the first thing I would do. I'd load it with all of my special videos first. A sound gone again? No, sound's on. I will know if the sound has gone. Who else have we got? Let's have a look. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, Enjo, thank you very much for the donations. That's very kind of you. Yes, I've put my Buy Alan a Cup of Coffee PayPal. That's my email address. Just to let you know, for those people that missed it earlier, unless I cut out. I was having a chat with a couple of YouTubers, both today, and they've both exactly said that YouTube this week has been hard work. They've got an audience, and the audience is going up, but the revenue is going down. Something here stinks, and I'm not too sure what it is. Sound is back. Okay, I didn't lose sound this time. I don't think I did, no, because if I lose sound, I will lose video as well. It's a Western Digital Purple 4 terabyte. Yeah. I am fluent in double Dutch, Mr. Griffiths, sir. Thank you very much. And well done on spelling my name right. Thank you. I'm an Alain, not an Alan. So if you shout Alan, won't answer you. If you shout Alain, it's a stupid name, isn't it? Alain? So yes, a lot of us do rely on the cups of coffee and that stuff, as I was saying earlier, which is why I put up the email address, because I did ask for a cup of coffee a couple of weeks ago, but sadly it didn't work. No, well, I think I got £11, something like that. Hey, £11 helps. But whoever I'm not just saying it for me, I'm saying it for whoever your favourite YouTuber is, do try and support them with a cup of coffee, because at the moment, either YouTube are pulling a fast one, better not say it too loud, just in case they're listening, either YouTube are pulling a fast one, or their revenue is going down. But I mean drastically down. There's no way I couldn't afford to live on the YouTube money, nowhere near it. So luckily, that's why I have to fix the TVs in the first place. And, you know, I'm fixing stuff. What did I do today? That dodgy Samsung with a mucky screen. It was all right in the end, but I'm going to flog that for 75 quid. Sometimes when you get some TVs in, I don't usually flog them, but it's been such a rough month, I'm flogging them. When is the next repair, mate? Did you not see? Well, I did one this afternoon, which I sent up, and I think we did one yesterday. I try and do a repair every day. There will be... I was going to go live repairing. I've had this small TV in the workshop, the other workshop, for about a month now. It's like a little 26-inch something, and the backlights have gone. I don't even know what it is. It's wrapped up, but I must do it. Can you make some videos with the drone from the disco light from above? You mean, can I film some DJ lights with my drone? Is that what you mean? I don't know. Probably if I do it outside. I don't think I could do it inside. But possibly. Oh, don't start giving me ideas. Don't start giving me ideas. Fred Cooper, yes, sorry. Please let everyone know that your Fleckers profile is Donna. It is. So when you pay the cup of coffee money into PayPal, it comes up as Donna. Okay, Donna's the partner, and she sorts out all the money side of it. And it is confusing. I have mentioned it quite a few times, but probably not all the time, if you know what I mean. Any progress with the XF9005? I am waiting. It may be tomorrow. for something to come back. I am desperately waiting for the correct part that doesn't blow up. Does that make sense? I'm trying to. Why is some of the, you probably can't see this. Or maybe, no, of course you can. Why is the bottom section of the chat gone yellow? Is that a warning? Is that a YouTube warning? I don't know why that is. LG OLEDs are the best TVs for me from a consumer perspective. Well, you know, I've got one there and I've got one there, but obviously for me to get one there and get one there, it means I've had to repair them. So it depends. I don't know. The jury's out on LG OLEDs. They do suffer a lot with screen burn. The models from 2017 to 2021 had very dodgy power supplies. But if yours is working for you, it's the same as anything. You know, if yours is working for you, that is fantastic. That is really good. Sorry, I'm getting close to the camera, and I shouldn't get close to the camera. I set it up so I could be quite lazy like this and lean back. But I still don't know why some of those comment things went yellow. Would you be interested in trying to fix my 65-inch Philips OLED 4-sided Ambilight? Philips are not helping me and it's 3 years old. What's the problem with it? Is it dead? Because if it's just dead and it's a power supply, they do suffer with the ceramic caps issues. So if it's dead as in no standby light, or maybe clicking, then you could send me the power supply. Unless you live pretty close, then you can send me the TV. But of course I'll help you. I love to help you. But there is a problem with Philips, because Philips are not, how can I put this? Philips don't sell as many as Hisense and Samsung and LG. And it's very difficult to get parts. So if you've got a main board issue, Philips have this problem where Philips TVs suffer with the software, the firmware, and you can't get it. You know, Philips pretend that they're going to send it to you and then they never talk to you again. So if that's, I mean, I've got a 65-inch Philips down here, still waiting. I did a video on it. Still can't find a main board for it. Cannot find a main board for it. So I feel your pain. But if yours is a power supply issue, then yeah, we can probably get it sorted out. Mike Smith, hello. The YouTube revenue has probably gone down because the BBC is taking too much of it and it's put viewers off. BBC is taking too much of it? Okay, I don't know why they do that. Didn't the BBC make a bit of a cock-up own goal this week? Or am I just stupid? I always thought, I mean, I don't watch I don't pay the license fee, but I don't watch any BBC. I don't. There's nothing on the BBC I can think of that I want to watch. I don't know who's reading the 6 o'clock news these days. I think the last person reading the 6 o'clock news that I can remember was Angela Rippon. I haven't watched the BBC in ages, and I don't feel I'm missing. If people are talking about a great drama on the BBC, then I'll go out and buy the Blu-ray or the DVD, or stream it. You know, some BBC stuff you can find on platforms. But the BBC this week announced that they were looking into doing a proper pay subscription thing for license fee payers, so only license fee payers could watch the channel. And, well, that's an own goal, because I always thought now if you sign into iPlayer, they know, because it says, have you got a license? And if you click no, it kicks you up the backside and kicks you out. And if you clicked yes, and you hadn't got a license, I thought they'd know about it, and then they've got a right to take you to court. But it turns out that they don't. So if you go into the iPlayer and click, I do have a license, they don't know. So what's the point of that? I thought they would know that. They'd get that, but apparently they don't, which is why they were looking into doing a proper subscription service. But apparently it's going to cost them too much money, so they're not going to do it now. I mean, from a business model, the BBC have got it completely arse about end, because for the last 5 years, maybe 10, the BBC have said, we've got to save money every year, probably for 15 years. Got to save money, cutbacks, while the licence fee goes up. Who wants to buy something from a company that's giving you less every year, but is asking more? No one's going to buy into that. What the BBC need now is to be unique for something. Let's say they have a 4K movies channel, but you can only watch it if you have a license. Some people would be interested in that. Or if they did something really good, a proper sport. They seem to be losing all the sport. Anyway, so from a business point of view, it's just ridiculous. Giving you less and admitting it. On the news every week, we've got to save money, so we're going to close this down, close this, pay your licence fee, but we're going to give you less because we're closing this down, It doesn't work like that, BBC. You've got to give us more, and then we'll appreciate it, or find your unique selling. You haven't got a USP now. You used to have, you haven't. That's the BBC rant over and done with. And now here's Jackie with the weather. He's going to piss down. I've been doing TV that long that when I started, Philip Steele, yeah, we're still around. Quite a few people will understand that. Did you see? Oh, no, we didn't show it, did we? Mike rescued the very last. I was going to say Hitachi. It wasn't Hitachi, and it wasn't JVC. ITT. I beg your pardon. The very last ITT colour valve set. No, it wasn't valve. What am I talking about? It's the very last ITT colour set made. CRT. In a lovely brown. And it's in good condition. He's got it in his boot. And I keep thinking maybe we should plug it in, but I don't know if you'd be interested in that. I'm trying to get Mike to do a little bit more. Stick a microphone on him. I'd like Mike to repair that TV, but it may not be faulty. But I'd like Mike to repair that TV on the channel. I think it will be good. They are still using detector vans, but never had any prosecutions from the vans. Really? Well, they can tell what channel you're watching. Okay. Plymouth. Alan, do you get many hedgehogs there? Where? You mean what, in the garden and stuff? Never seen one. There's quite a few... Don't do it. You've recently rescued a baby one that was wandering around the road during the day. That's from Nightly Moth. No, I don't see any hedgehogs here. None at all. I wonder what the cats would make of them. Don't think they'd be bothered. But don't. Groovy... Ooh. I went off. That was almost a power cut. Are we still on? Yeah? It's just the screen went off. Sorry, I'll continue. Dan, will they send a picture to your Gmail? Oh, we'll send a picture to your Gmail. Thank you very much. Yes, okay. Groovy Train, the BBC is dire these days. Yeah, I know. HKS Jam SH buy a VPN. Okay, if you watch any live TV, you need a license for. Yeah, but I don't want. No, not any. Well, yes, any live TV. Yeah, you need unless you're watching this, which is live. You don't need a BB. You don't need an iPlayer to watch me. I'd never have it. I tell you. You just need a cup of coffee to watch me. What is it? I don't admit to watching BBC on streaming. You need a license for that. But didn't you just admit it? Were the old BBC snooper vans a real thing or just an urban legend? They would. I don't know how many licensed vans they had. Let's say in 1975 they had 100 licensed vans. They would look at an area that were not paying their license fee, and they'd go and park outside and frighten you to death. You know, it's a bit like dealing with bailiffs that have got you for a parking ticket or non-payment of council tax. They've got no power whatsoever. And they're there to frighten you. Right, we're coming to take stuff from your house. You know, we're going to fill it. Got a van round the corner. Unless you pay it now, we're going to fill it up. Bring the van then. Bring the van. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this van. Yeah. But anyway, and the license, the BBC license detection vans, as far as I'm concerned, were a complete and utter myth. Unless you know different. Maybe they had one real one, but how can they tell what you're watching? The only way they could tell what you're watching is if they're peeping through your curtains, and I'd arrest them for that. So let's have a look. 75% of all CRT TVs had Philips tubes. Did they? I never knew that. That's today's fascinating fact. Thank you very much. Do they still get a black and white TV? Yeah, you can still buy a black and white TV license. You can. Who watches TV in black and white these days? Probably some people do. Where am I? I'm losing my thing, man. The BBC SWAT team are closing in. Yeah, I think you'll find that the audience are just going out. They've had enough, I think. I mean, I'd love to be proud. I used to be proud. I used to want to work for the BBC. And, you know, it used to be an organisation that we looked up to and trusted, but, you know, one by month over the last 10, 15 years, they've just kind of fallen apart. And I do believe once upon a time their news was impartial, but anyway, let's not get involved in that one. CRT repairs would be interesting to see. Yeah, I'd like to just give a camera to Mike and say, go on and put a microphone on him and say, but I'm not sure if he wanted to. Yeah, maybe. The vans were just a scare tactic. Couldn't do anything. Jolly good. I agree with you. The G8s, I remember. You've put my woof, do you mean your wife, is a tour guide in Romania. And Ceausescu had a G8 and it's still about in a museum. Is it really? Who else have we got here? Georgie Evans. Do you not have air conditioning in the UK? No, but we're not used to this. I don't know if this weather we're having at the moment is just a blip. Well, it is. It's a heat wave. Otherwise, it would just be called summer. I mean, technically, that's what it is. Summer. We seem to get a summer twice in our lifetime. But if it's going to continue like this, you know, if this happens next summer and the summer after, air conditioning units will start to take off. But no, not in our personal and private homes. Well, I haven't anyway. Some people, you know, some people may have, and we may have to look into buying them if the summer continues. But funnily enough, I mean, again, lovely hot day. But last night, I thought it was a bit chilly. But it's different when you're hot and then you start to cool down. It's a different feeling. It's like being cold and spring and summer coming up. It's different. I wish I'd never said that now. So no air. Well, some people probably got air conditioning, but it's not as massive. Whereabouts are you, Georgie Evans? 4161. Let me know where you are. Let's have a look. They have a BBC detector van in the Transport Museum, London. Yeah, I bet they do. And that's the best place for it. I've got AC in my house in the UK. I've had it for the last couple, as I don't do heat. Well, none of us do, and nobody likes it too hot, but then nobody likes it too cold. But we just want a couple of days of rain. Just a couple of days of rain. But we know what's going to happen. Apparently this weather's in for the next week or so. Apparently. And when it starts to rain, it's going to really rain. It's going to really rain. I think we're in for some terrific storms. Probably more floods than we need. We're just not built. The UK is not built for this weather. Whether it's hot or whether it's really rainy, It just causes a problem. And if we continue to have summers like this, things are going to have to change. Whether they are going to change or not, I don't know. The BBC licence fee goons, good word that, goons, I like it, that come round are just salesmen. Yeah, they are, I know, that are trying to get commission by scaring people. But so are bailiffs. All bailiffs, unless they're from the High Court, but all bailiffs are self-employed goons that will get a commission from any money you give them. So they're going to frighten you, and that's what they do, frighten tactics. So if you owe somebody £500, and whether it's council tax or a parking fine, they will take the £500, but they'll probably take 150 from that. So that's why they are. But they're just salespeople. They've got very little power. Anyway, they just scare people into buying a TV licence. Never speak to them unless it's saying no thanks and closing the door. Absolutely. And they can't do anything. I've sent you some pictures of what the screen is doing. Is this the Philips? Okay. Very odd problem, and Philips refused to help. You said it was a 65-inch. Are you sure it's a 65-inch and not the common? There was a 58-inch TV that Philips made 4 or 5 years ago, and it can't be fixed. It's a terrible screen. But I've never seen it on a 65-inch. But let me know. Do you understand what I say when I say, have you tried the paper trick? Do you understand what I mean? Have you seen the videos where the paper trick can, on Philips, it can bring back a perfect picture. On LG, it brings back a perfect picture. You can't do them on Vestels. On Panasonic, it can. Does anybody remember about 2 months ago, I did a video of a 40-inch, quite a recent 40-inch Panasonic. And I switched it on and I said, not repairable. Not even paper trick repairable. Because there were lines going one way and lines going the other way. So the screen had completely shot. And quite a few people said to me, oh, well, there's a girl on YouTube and she can fix them. And she cleans, and all that kind of stuff. There are many very attractive ladies on YouTube fixing TVs. And it's amazing how these ladies on YouTube get different camera angles without moving the camera. It's almost as if there's somebody else in the room doing the work behind the scenes. Anyway, not one to comment. But there are some genuine, very nice lady repairers on YouTube that are doing a very good job, and I enjoy seeing them. But there are some... I can show you a lot of repairs that I do, and I do show you a lot of repairs, and I can say to you, there you go, all fixed, and switch off, and then the next day I can switch the TV on, and it doesn't work again. There's a lot of temporary fixes, and of course, I like to own up if it's a temporary fix. I'll always say, well, I can't charge for this, because they'll come knocking on my door in a few weeks' time, wanting the money back. So you've got to be careful. There are some temporary fixes. But anyway, back to the paper trick. I'll have a look at the video once I've finished this. And I'll see if it can be done by the paper trick. But have a go at that if you know what I'm talking about. As to whether a TV detector vans, forget them. And look up Van Eck. Okay, can everybody see that in the comments? Van Eck, Van E-C-K, is that Freaking and Tempest? Look at them, right? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, but look, let's look those up and see what that. Are they on YouTube? Are they? Rob Worthy. The thing is, I'm thinking of fitting an air-to-air heat pump that will do AC in the summer and heating in the winter. Ooh, okay. We have to do something, at the moment we're going through a heat wave, so we're all wanting to cool down. We're all saying we should never say it's too hot, but sometimes it has been too hot. It seems like it's cheaper at the moment to cool ourselves down, or there are cheaper ways to cool ourselves down, but in the thick of winter,
It is very expensive in the UK to heat yourself back up again. Heating a house in the UK has got ridiculously expensive. And I feel sorry for those people. This is a very old cottage I live in. It was built in 1756. And I wish the guy had come round and finished it off. And this cottage has got, there's no boiler. It's got very old-fashioned open fire, which I love. And the open fire has got a back boiler, and that does the radiators upstairs. Very old-fashioned, but I love it that way. But that's become very expensive. Coal and logs, very expensive. How can wood go up in price? Logs now, they work out about £1 a log. For some people around here that are trying to charge that much. £1 a log. But it's very expensive heating up a house in the UK. And I feel sorry for people that have to buy oil because fuel prices have just gone back up again. Thanks, Donald Trump, for that. Love you for this so-called phony war that you've lost. And all it does is crash all the economies around the world. I never want to preach hate to anyone. But I just don't get it. I don't get... How is Donald Trump in power? Let's not get into politics. Worried that you have to wear a medical alert tag around your neck, Alan. Oh, yes. There it is. There's a white one. I've got black ones as well. Thank you, Fred Cooper. Cornwall TV, any sign of things cooling down in your workshops? I like the video wall effect you have for this live. It would be like ITV News if I was wearing a mint-coloured T-shirt. Have I got a mint? Here is the news. I used to read the news, you know, on the radio. Why on the radio? Because of this. Can you imagine this on your old 26-inch pie in the 70s? And aren't we losing ITV News? And Sky, or is it Sky News that's changing? Because I think Sky have just bought ITV. I may have been dreaming, I don't know. I think Sky have just bought ITV. So I'd rather keep ITN News than Sky News. You may differ on that. I've always liked ITN News. Do you remember old Reginald Bosanquet in the 70s? Here is the news. Lovely bloke. But, the wall effect. It's not a wall effect. It's just, this is repaired now, but I've been testing this. Well, it's stayed on. So this is an OLED TV that has been faulty for ages. Then me and Mike had a look at it, and it's working now. Do you know how this is working? You take the back off it. This TV has got no back on, so I took the back off it and hung it back on the wall. This TV here is the one that Roger brought down from the West Midlands. This is the one, so I don't think you can see, but it has got a bit of image retention on it at the bottom. You maybe have to sit there. You probably can't see that. So I've just got these on test at the moment. I thought I set it up a couple of days ago just to see if they're going to stay on. Normally, I just have my little one here that you can see the microphone recording. Luke's World of Moves in TV. Yes, Alan Sky bought ITV News. They bought ITV News on the 6th of July. So we're keeping ITV News, are we then? And it's Sky News that may go... I know Sky have bought ITV, and obviously they've bought ITN. Well, and yeah, actually I have... Well, ITN had been nothing without ITV, would it? So they would have had to have bought ITN with it. But I hope ITN are going to continue. That's what I was trying to say. It's a lot easier to keep warm than it is keep cool. I disagree. Well, you say easier. I said it was cheaper. There are cheaper ways to get cool. Yes, it's more expensive to warm up. That was my part. Unless, of course, you just have an electric blanket and live in a bed 18 hours a day. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, okay. An ITV Sky paywall incoming. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I know. I can't comment on that because I was thinking earlier about putting a paywall on the lives. It's just been a terrible month financially. And I can't work out, we still can't work out why. Quite a few of us YouTubers have seen our hours and views go up, but the revenue is absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. And it's causing us a bit of a problem, which is, so I said to Doz earlier, I said, do you know what? I wonder if you can put a paywall up to watch live. You know, just charge a couple of quid. And Doz said you can't, but AI said that you can. But of course, YouTube will take 30% of it. So I don't know what the answer is. But there is a big question mark on how much content we can continue to provide, especially chaps like me that try and do something. Sorry, I'm not picking my nose. It's just gone itchy. Yeah. For content providers like myself that do something on a daily basis, and then because we enjoy doing it. But one day last week, or it may have been the week before, I can't speak for Doz, but I know Doz is saying that, my goodness, YouTube, the payments are down for this month or this week in particular. I don't usually analyse my payments, and it's just as well, because the average YouTube video I looked at last week was earning £15 to £20. That's the whole video. And we're paid in dollars, so sorry, $20. Well, let's say $25. But then there's going to be tax on that, and tax again from the tax man in the UK. So sometimes some videos we're just getting paid, 10 quid or something. Now that's okay if we're just doing it occasionally. But I came up with this idea a year ago to try and do YouTube full time. And I thought the more people watched and we interacted as we do, and I'm proud of what we've got on this channel. I think it's really good. But the money is going down. I'm earning less from YouTube this month than I did probably 2 years ago, which is why it sounds like I'm begging for the cup of coffee, but without the people paying the cup of coffee thing, it's going to be a struggle to carry on doing it. We'll be down to one video a week, something like that. We'll just have to see if it's a blip. But there's a lot of us YouTubers frightened this month. We don't understand why the revenue is down, baby, and it is. Does that mean ITM will get all the guilt trip charity adverts too in the news ad breaks? No, I don't know. I don't watch television anymore, so I don't know about the commercials. Oh, that's the other thing that some of the content creators were saying, that the quality of YouTube adverts is a little bit. Obviously, I've paid, I think it's, £12 a month, so I don't have to watch the ads. But I have to watch the ads if I'm watching a pop music video. Why? I thought if you paid YouTube, no ads. If I watch general content on YouTube, I don't get the ads. But if I stick on some music videos, loads of ads before and after, so I don't get it. But yes, somebody said that the quality of the ads. So maybe YouTube's ad revenue is down, but I don't believe that. I thought YouTube was one of the most successful organisations in the world ever. Maybe they're not. Yes, if YouTube is collecting tax, then you should be able to claim it back from the United States. I didn't hear about this, but somebody, it may have been you, was it you, 46, Baba Ganoush. Somebody got in contact with me and said, oh, you shouldn't be paying tax twice. You've got to do this. And I have a man, actually it's a woman, looking into it, just in case. But yeah, by that, yeah, we are paid in dollars and then it gets transferred. And if they transfer it on a bad exchange rate day, we get less. And some, we do some videos and sometimes it's just $3 or $4. Ye throwing TV antenna years ago was the best thing I ever did. What, you threw your TV aerial away and you just didn't? Yeah, I'm trying to think what I'm watching on TV at the moment. I couldn't tell you anything. I liked watching a lot of dramas on ITVX, but you have to put up with the ads there, but then you can pop and have a cup of coffee. Some of the dramas on ITVX, that's the point. I wonder if that quality will go down now, Sky. Because Sky try to do some good dramas, but they're just not there. Whatever that means. Sorry, am I leaning too far forward? Yeah, I am, aren't I? Yeah, Sky try and do some dramas, but like the Christmas, Sky always try and do something big at Christmas time and get some big names, but there's something a little missing from it. ITV makes some fantastic dramas on that X channel thing, app. You don't lose anything, trust me. Right. Oh, you recently bought a Freely box. How's that going? I've had to go out and repair a couple of Freely televisions, but everybody seems happy with them. Is it the future? It's going to have to be the future, isn't it? If we're losing Freeview, but don't forget they said we're losing FM radio 30 years ago, and it's still there. If you use Brave browser with ad blocker, you don't get the ads. I don't know how I know that. Okay. I've got to be careful how I say this. It's not like I don't want to do something that's illegal, but I just find that it never works correctly. So, I don't know if you know this, but you can buy some Freeview type sticks. You know, those smart sticks. You can buy them from people, usually in a pub, and it gives you all the movies and all the sport. And I did that once, many, many years ago. And I tried it for a month and I thought the quality was awful. You know, the thing is, people like Sky, well, maybe not Sky these days, because Sky are losing a lot of sport to TNT. But people like Sky, they've got the monopoly on quality. You know, where you just press your button and it's there. I found with those dodgy sticks that you had to go, oh, no, that's not great. Try that one. Oh, that's not great. Oh, that's okay. That's right. Yeah. So that's the problem, I think, with these so-called sticks. And any time I do something, or I've tried for entertainment purposes to do something that's a bit dodgy, I've always thought the quality is rubbish. So I don't do anything dodgy anymore. But thank you very much for letting me know that. Who else is to... Alan, are you far from the Isles of Scilly? No, it's over there. Actually, no, where's the Isles of Scilly? It's there. Isles of Scilly is there. I can jump on a boat and go there whenever I want. I went to St Agnes for a few summer decades ago. Well, I can walk to St Agnes from here, but you're talking about the island St Agnes. It's very beautiful. I did live over there for a bit and work over there. They had a radio station over there, but I found it a little bit cliquey, if you understand that. I did. So I only lasted a few months and I came back. James Brown, Dagenham, hello. Freely going 4K next year. Is it? I didn't even know that it wasn't 4K now, but I'll pretend to be amazed. Are they? Really? Wow. I didn't know. But with them being internet-based, they should be 4K anyway. Oh, here's a question for you, because I can't answer this. My next-door neighbour, nice bloke down the road, his lady bought a Sony Mini LED TV not long ago, 5 months ago. And she likes sports, so she's got the Now TV app. And they share it between them, which you can do quite legally. My neighbour watches his in 4K. His girlfriend, also watching on the Now TV app, can't get anything on the Now TV app in 4K. Are there two different Now TV apps? One being the standard, and then a different one for 4K content? Because maybe she just hasn't downloaded the 4K one, or maybe they haven't allowed 4K to be downloaded on that 4K set. If so, there's going to be a bit of a punch-up. It's going to be a punch-up between my neighbour and Sony, because that sounds weird to me. So let me know if there are two different Now TV apps, one for HD and one for 4K. I'd like to know. Hello, Parex11. Hi from Australia. Hello, mate. How are you? What time is it in Australia? You're 12 hours ahead, so you're just waking up, are you? Which TV do you recommend? They all seem rubbish now. Yeah. I mean, all the TVs I've got, I've repaired. So obviously I'm quite lucky I haven't had to buy a TV. But if I had, with the knowledge I've got, if I got, say, £600 in my back pocket and I was going to buy a 55-inch, that's a lot of money for a 55-inch, I would want to try a TCL. Because of some of the tests that have been done internationally, they came out the strongest. Sony have recognised TCL as being a really good company, and they're allowing them to build some Sony TVs. I think they're low to mid-range ones. But Sony wouldn't allow that unless they were quite competent. So I would like to stick a TCL on my wall and see how it lasts. See what the picture quality is like and see how it lasts. That's what I would do, only because of the knowledge that I've been given over the last year or so. Yes, you must pay extra for 4K resolution. Well, no, they've paid extra. They pay for a 4K app. But the app on his TV is 4K. But the quality on her TV, using the same app, is not. So I'm asking the question, maybe she's only got the HD app. Are there two different ones? Now TV is only one app. There isn't two apps. Thank you, Luke. Trident 6708. I must be lucky. My Samsung is 11 years old, 48-inch. Well, as I've proved, the Samsung TVs, I mean, that Samsung TV I repaired today must be 11 years old. So that was a JU, I think, JU 8000. They are still good, still repairable. They're losing some of their apps, but yeah, who cares? They're fine. But it's the Samsung TVs they've made recently, which are just... But they're all the TV companies are doing this. They hate us. They hate me. Infamy, infamy. They're making it very difficult to repair TVs. Very difficult. All of them, with the backs and the screens, the backs clipped on and the screens glued down, which is why I still enjoy repairing a 10-year-old TV like the Samsung I did today. I have heard that the American TCL are better quality than the non-USA builds. Not sure how true that is. Neither am I. Don't know. If money was no object... Oh, sorry, that's disappeared. Where did that go? Oh, you've gone up. If money was no object, what would your dream television? Probably, if I lived in a big enough house, and I don't, it's only a small cottage, but if I lived in a big enough house, I'd like a 100-inch Sony. But what would I do with it? Because I don't watch TV. So I'd probably have it delivered and then I'd take the back off it and play with it. But yeah, a 100-inch Sony would be good. I can't remember the last time, you know, when I say I'm watching TV, the last thing I've watched is some of those dramas on ITV, on ITVX. Can't remember the last time I watched a full film or movie. Does anybody go to the cinema anymore? If so, what was the last movie you went to see? I haven't been to the cinema in 10 years. I'm sure I'm missing out. I've got a TCL 65-inch mini LED, but I've got a very thin vertical green line down the screen. What could that be? Unfortunately, it's a sign of the screen failing. Now, it's always worth, I can't reach it from here, but this OLED had a line on it. And I thought the line was down to the processor. Because as soon as the line appeared, within minutes the TV would switch off. Turned out to be two different faults. But the line, all I did, Mike and I were playing with this set probably a week ago. We just touched the bottom where the line is and it went away. And it did come back, but since I've had it up here, which is slightly cooler, the line has gone just by touching it. So just gently prod at the bottom and see if it goes away. How long have you had it? What year was the TCL? Oh, it doesn't say. It is bad when these lines come. The lines can go away just as quick as they came, especially if you've moved the TV. Sometimes moving can cause a problem, but once it settles down again, the lines can disappear. But 9 times out of 10, I'm afraid, a horizontal or a vertical line is the sign of a screen failing. Sorry, I was telling you the story about my 40-inch TV, Panasonic, that had got lines going hoof and voof. And I said, I'm not even bothered repair. I'm not even going to do the paper trick for this. And a few people said, oh, you should watch those girls in Asia. You know that story. Well, yesterday I had a tidy up in the workshop. I dragged everything out, vacuumed, polished, put everything in neat and tidy order, put it all back in. Didn't look any different. It took me 3 hours. I was sweating, man. I was sweating. But I saw that 40-inch Samsung. I plugged it in. Absolutely fine. Sorry, 40-inch Panasonic. It's now fine. So sometimes if you leave TVs alone, they sort themselves out. Just weird, that. Geez, last time I went to the cinema, I saw Paint Your Wagon with Lee Marvin. That's the one that goes, I was born. And I thought the line was, under a one green star. I always thought, and every time I hear it on the radio, I go, one green star. It's Wandering Star. I thought it was one green star. 40 odd years? I think you ought to do, if you think Paint Your Wagon is 40 years old, you're editing. You're self-editing. That's got to be 60 years old now, surely. When was Paint Your Wagon? Paint Your Wagon was in the 60s. It's now 2026. I reckon Paint Your Wagon is 38 years old. Somebody... Ooh, we went off again. Somebody Google that for me, please. I want to see how close I am. Just to see if my noggin's still... 39. I'm going to say it's 39 years old, Paint Your Wagon. Now I've got Wandering Star stuck in my head. No, you haven't. You've got One Green Star stuck in your head. That's what it is. That's the song. That's what they sing. You've just read it wrong somewhere. I honestly believe if Panasonic stayed making their TVs in-house, their LED range and new tech like Mini LED would be far superior than what they've brought out previously. I agree, but aren't Panasonic still doing the expensive ones? The OLED type, the Mini LED, or have they given up the ghost on those? Have they? And I thought they were still doing that. Like Sony are still going to do the top of the range ones, I believed. Maybe I've got that completely wrong. Just checked, it was 1969. 1969. Oh, you thought... Yeah, 1960. Well, yeah, 1969 was the song, but when did they do the film? Was the film 1969? Okay. I wasn't far off, was I? Let's have a look. You may remember me. I spoke to you about my Panasonic W95 Mini LED with screen flickering. I'm convinced it's a Freely TV issue. So that TV is a Freely TV then, is it? Well, what happens if you do an HDMI input? Does it still flicker? Because if it does, then it's not a Freely thing. So plug something into the HDMI. But if you're watching me on that Panasonic, am I flickering? Of course I'm flickering. If it's a Freely issue, it will only flicker when you're watching on Freely. But if you're watching the apps and it flickers, then it's the TV. If you're watching HDMI and it flickers, then it's the TV. But if it only flickers on Freely, then you're right. It's a Freely problem. I'm sure you understand that. Let's have a look. Conversely, at home, I've got a 2010 Sony 1080p XBR series, and it's still trucking along without any problems. Yeah. That TV, that Sony, I did a Sony 49-inch repair, put new backlights in it. Do you remember all the backlights were blue? But they had little filters along the strip of LEDs on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, which turned them white. Now, unfortunately, some of those little things that turned it white broke off. But I managed to put them all together with a little bit, it's like a jigsaw puzzle. The TV picture on that was fantastic. I thought that was about a 2020 TV, but it wasn't. It was 2013 Sony, and it looks fantastic. We don't even have Panasonic in Australia anymore. What, nothing Panasonic. No, well, you can't buy a Panasonic radio, hi-fi, recorder, nothing Panasonic. That's really bad if that's the case. Because I would still rate Panasonic as a good company. The big mistake they made was starting with Vestel. But it only gave them a bad image from people that understood what that was all about, I suppose. Panasonic previous mini LED from 2024, 2025, built by TCL. Yeah, absolutely right. And TCL built all the original Sky Glass. It was a panel. It was a TCL panel inside all Sky Glass TVs. And I've never seen a Sky Glass TV. I see them go on Marketplace and people seem to want a heck of a lot of dosh for them. We can buy recorders and you can get Panasonic recorders and hi-fis. Okay. I've got a 50-inch Hitachi Plasma. Hitachi Plasma. Never seen one. What year did you say? It's 20 years plus. So the HDMIs would give it an HD picture quality, which is fine. Nothing wrong with HD picture quality. No lines on it. Still good. Is that when Hitachi made stuff for themselves? Because obviously every Hitachi thing I've touched over the last 10 years, 15 years, it's been Vestel. I think my original Plasma TV from Richer Sounds 20 years ago was Hitachi. Wonder if it's the same one. Didn't have a tuner in it, but it had all the inputs, including, I think, 1 or 2 HDMIs, computer input, the old PC thing, component, an auxiliary. I don't even know if it had speakers. I think it was just a glorified monitor, but it was the first 42-inch. Oh, yours is a 50-inch, you say. But that's a heavy beast. Fantastic picture. Well, good. I'm glad you still got it, and I'm glad it's still working. I wonder how many TVs... How long have you had it? 20 years, right. I wonder how many TVs that you could go and buy tomorrow would still be working in 20 years' time? Tell me in the comments if you think no TV that you could purchase tomorrow would still be working in 20 years' time. I'm not talking about it becoming obsolete because internet changing and different things technically changing, but would a TV still be able to work in 20 years' time? You would think so, but just excuse me for a second because I'm going to... You're not, are you? I am if I can find the mouse. Can you see my mouse anywhere? There it is. I'm just going to take a slurp of a drink. I needed that. I've been talking for 90 minutes. I've been talking in high quality educational type way for 90 minutes now. Or have I been talking bollocks for 90 minutes? It's the same, isn't it? Right, let's go back to some of your comments. Can we see... Oh, my neck went then. It's no fun being old, is it? You know, you turn one way and something goes, you turn another. I'm fed up of turning. Another 20 minutes, chaps, if we may. Mine seems like a glorified monitor, 42-inch Ambilight, and FreeSync. FreeSync? I don't know that. Sorry, but thank you, SS67 UK. You doubt any TV will get to 20 years? Yeah, I know. I wonder what TVs are going to look like in 20 years. Because we've had some changes. Original TVs, of course, were circular in a round sort of way. Then it became a little bit squarer. Then we had the Sony flatter squarer tube. Then we went... Did we go widescreen next? Yeah, we did. Not a lot of people understood that. Do you remember when we first went widescreen? So the TVs went from being 4.3 to... People thought, well, I'm going to buy a widescreen television because I'm fed up of seeing the bars at the top or the bottom whenever I'm watching a film. So yes, I'll buy and then I bought a widescreen television, and then you just had wider bars at the top and the bottom, unless you change things around. They sell the TCL model for $100 more. Sorry, I've missed some of these. Right. Hello, YouTube Galaxy 5. My dad's still using his Panasonic DX902 full array from 2016. Built like a tank. Are you sure it's full array? Are you sure it's full array? Still going strong. And it offered references like colour accuracy. Jolly good. I'm trying to find out what you meant when you say, sorry, I've missed some of the... I've missed some of the comments over the last. Do you accept TV repairs if posted to you? Yeah, and a couple have been posted to me in the last couple of weeks, but also some of them do get damaged. And, you know, somebody tried to have a go at me saying I damaged their TV. When was it? A couple of 2 or 3 weeks ago, something like that. Accused me of damaging it, saying that I think we did a video. Yeah, we did a video on it because they were told that DPD inspect all their TVs before they. Do you remember that? They inspect them before it comes to you. Well, that was news to me. I mean, I feel sorry for the guy, but no, nothing I can do about it. And then if you start trying to blame me, then we're done. Anyway, sorry. I doubt any TV would get close to 20 years nowadays. Yeah, I agree. Does anyone else get furious about LG tuning has to be logged into LG before you can tune it? Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't tried to tune a TV for ages. I was having a go about these two OLEDs. Won't let me download, won't let me watch. sorry, my smartwatch has just told me I've hit my calorie count for the day just by sitting here going. It won't let me watch YouTube without signing into LG. So, and it's tuning as well. That's terrible. How is that legal? So you've got to sign in to LG. So you've got to be able to watch the LG channels. Not good. Not even LED light bulbs last a year nowadays. No, it's not good, is it? Terence Saunders, 1357. I've bought you another cup of coffee. You don't have to buy me another cup of coffee. Just buy me one. But thank you very much. Thank you to everyone that buys the channel a cup of coffee. It really is important. The best way to do it, as I say, for those people that have been with me since the beginning, I've been going on longer than a Disney movie, is fleckers@gmail.com, PayPal. You can do the, what's it called? The Super Chat. Super Chat. Thank you. And if you have done, can you just tell me that, I know you don't want to admit to it all the time, you're proud, but I just want to be able to say thank you very much to all the people that do buy the channel a cup of coffee, because it really does mean a lot, especially this month. YouTubers are skint this month. So thank you very much to everyone that is doing that. And I want to be able to say thank you to you personally. That's really great. I do appreciate it. And I'm losing track of where we are and what we're doing. Every week I turn on my 50-inch Philips Matchline plasma TV. Do you remember Philips called everything Matchline? Wow, I remember those days. The only problem you have with Philips, but you're not having any problems, but is the capacitors do go bad in Philips. So if it's taking longer and longer, sorry, someone's meowing. Hello, goodbye. Not heard any updates via the card slot either. Sorry, I'm missing so much of this stuff now. Terence Saunders, thank you very much for the cup of coffee. That really is very kind of you, and I really do appreciate that. I've got a question for you all. The common interface card slot on all TVs. Never heard of anyone using them. No. Nor any cards being sold. No. Oh, somebody asked me a question the other week and I didn't understand it. And then Mike told me what I was missing. So somebody said their TV, and I think it was a Samsung, it was a biggie, it was a 75-inch new jobby, was not connecting to the internet. Even though their internet was sending, full signal, you'd still would get the old circle going around. And they said they'd been told that they could buy something for the TV to make the Wi-Fi and the internet go faster. Excuse me. And I said I'd never heard of that, but it is a common interface. You could buy something for the common interface which would react better for the Wi-Fi module, or if you were plugging in direct, and it would give it a much faster signal. But they weren't making them for those particular for that gentleman or lady's particular Samsung TV. But I didn't understand you could do that at the time. But Mike explained to me. The other thing that Mike has given me, by the way, and I want to do a video on this. I was thinking at Christmas time, do you know how you buy me cups of coffee? And at Christmas, I like to buy something big for the channel. Because normally at Christmas, people are very generous. And this year, I was thinking about buying one of those small screens, because we're getting so many screen failures, and I wanted to be able to test if it was a screen failure. But it's really expensive. They're close on £1,000. I've been told £1,400. And I suddenly thought, hey, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Well, Mike's got one. Mike had one from when we were Samsung official partners, but it only goes up to, I think it would do that TV I did today. It would do up to Series 6, maybe Series 7. So basically what it is, it's a lot of connectors, a lot of screen interface mainboard connectors that you could plug in. Anyway, he's given it to me, and he gave it to me about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I will set it up and I will use that on the channel. Thank you to Parex11 for the $10 to help with the YouTube shortfall. Yeah, it's probably just this month. But as you know, I've had my highest figures this month, but also this month I'm having my lowest income. I don't know. But it's not just me. Other YouTubers are saying it. I've mentioned this already, but just in case those people that have joined us late. And so do we go behind a paywall? Do we start? I don't want to start doing all that. But at the end of the day, you've got to earn some money. I regret buying a 4K DVD player. It's good for because I've never really got into the 4K Blu-ray market, and I wanted to know if it's any good. I'm a bit sceptical about 4K, always have been. I thought standard, high definition from standard definition was brilliant. But the jump from high definition to 4K, is it really? Unless you've got a perfect, all movies are quite grainy and they're all dark. So I'm not too sure about the 4K. It's never been great. And I'm not too sure that 8K and 16K are going to be any better. A good high definition... I struggle to watch standard definition these days, but that's all because we've got bigger televisions. But I struggle to watch them. Oh, you have at least heard of someone using that card port for something. Many years ago, somebody told me it's needed for UK Gold Channel. Yeah, you could. You could buy a card very similar to a computer. Was it a PMCIAA card? That just comes to my brain. And slot it in, and it would pick up extra digital channels. And so you didn't have to subscribe to Sky. But I think Sky being... Is it the bully? Are they bullies, Sky? Maybe they were. I don't think they've got the total marketplace now, have they? Because we mentioned earlier, a lot of Sky Sports stuff is going elsewhere. Do you expect Skyworth Panasonic partnership to be lower quality than a Panasonic built by TCL? I'm going to say yes. But aren't we all expecting quality to be that little bit worse on things like that? Or maybe it's just in our head. You see, unless you've got 2 or 3 screens, TVs next to each other, it's very hard to know what is the best picture. We all think our TV's got a great picture quality. How many houses have you been to? How many houses have I been to where their TV picture is blue, but they can't see it because they've got nothing else to judge it by? But as soon as you show them what they're watching on another TV and go, look, that's when they notice. And so we all think our TV picture is fantastic. It's not until we put 3 or 4 next to each other. And sadly, going into retailers, they're all using these superb 4, 8, 16 quality digital effects, digital video that makes every TV look great. And when you get it home and you plug it into your Freeview or your DVD player, that's when you notice there's a problem. I watch 4K remixes often. Big file sizes, though. Yeah. Are we talking... Is that MP2? MP2 was the audio, wasn't it? The big audio. Yeah, 4K players are not great at reading disc. Oh, really? Okay. Also, 4K discs are really fragile. Do you remember the alternative to Blu-ray? It was HD video. They were terrible. If you got a slight fingerprint on them, that's it. They'd gone. And you couldn't rub the fingerprint off. It was a terrible format. And if you sneezed, it jumped. And so I'm not surprised Blu-ray won then. But you're saying 4K players not reading discs very well? Is that a Panasonic you're looking at? Because you'd expect the Panasonic ones and the Sony ones to be great. EU make new regulation for manufacturers making TVs and smartphones repairable. That can improve your sector or manufacturer. Keep making spare parts, not economic. Okay, sorry. I just can't make out what you... I think I know what you're trying to say. It's rather like the at the moment, where the right to repair is saying that everybody should be entitled to be able to get a spare part, and manufacturers are saying, nope, not giving you a spare part. But what's happening is now they've been told in some countries that they have to supply spare parts. But of course, what you can't tell a manufacturer, and you can't tell anybody, is how much to charge for that spare part. So that's where the right to repair, well, it's not where it fails, but it's where it comes up another massive hurdle. So let's say every TV manufacturer in the world decides, yeah, okay, we'll give spare parts to customers. You know, you can fit your own main board or your Wi-Fi card. But they say, our main boards are £400. There's nothing illegal about that. So people just aren't going to buy them. So, you know, one way or another. MPEG-4 is now what DVB-T2 uses, like what we have in Australia. Thank you very much. David Griffiths bought a hard drive player, £3 in a charity shop, now quite rare. Was that one of those little... Oh, what was the manufacturer of them? I used to love them. Little Freeview screen, and you could record. Can't remember what the things were, but yeah, they were very good. Hello, Loose Tooth. Toshiba were HD. Yes, they were. Well done. Good man. Loose Tooth. HD video. That was by Toshiba. Yes. And Sony and somebody else were... Actually, didn't Sony originally go? No, Sony were Blu-ray. Who were the company that backed them? Was it JVC? And then JVC went, oops. Or am I going... Is that Betamax VHS? I'm so old. But of course, yes, well said there, Gavin Bruce, 6656. Gavin said, of course, we've all got perfect 4K eyesight. Now, yeah, now, there's the thing. Okay, it happens sometimes on 4K, depending on your eyesight. It definitely will on an 8K television. So if you're watching a good 4K picture, bright image, outside, sun shining, your eyes... Maybe you may feel a little bit giddy, or a little, I don't know what that means, or a little bit dizzy, because you're watching a 4K picture of everything in focus. Now, if you were to stand exactly where the camera was, everything wouldn't be in focus. The foreground would be in focus, the trees or the mountains or something in the background would be slightly out of focus, and our brains always know that. Our brain understands that. But you watching a great 4K picture with everything in focus, sometimes it can make your brain, you know, your brain can't kind of compute. Do you know what I'm saying? Nope. What have we got there? I've never heard of those. Centana Sports. They would have used that slot. Yeah, probably Centana Sports. I can't remember them. I remember the dodgy Sky cards you could get off Sky engineers if you grease their palms. Really? I never met any of these people. I never met any of these. Julian Cleek. Hi, Alan. Sorry I'm late. Yeah, where have you been, mate? I've had nothing to say. I've been waiting for you. Come on. How are you? Hope you're well. Thank you very much for taking part. Nigel, £15. Thank you very much, Nigel. That's very kind of you. I just saw it and it's just gone whoosh. It's just disappeared. I think your name was Nigel. I didn't catch your surname, but that's thank you very much for everybody for buying the cups of coffee. As we say, it's really helping. I'm an engineer for our two biggest broadcasters. That's Parix 11 for our two biggest broadcasters. Well, let's hang on a minute. Who are the two biggest broadcasters? Two biggest. Oh, you're in Australia though, aren't you? So one's going to be ABC. I've never been to Australia. Can I come in your spare room? Sorry, that sounded wrong. May I? Oh, you tosser. Oh no, switch your mic off first. Oh, to heck with it. May I, if I visit Australia, can I come and stay in your spare room? That's what I said. Freeview here in the UK, possibly ending in 2034. Yeah, but I'll be ending before then. Are you bothered about that? 2030, mind you, what year is it now? Yeah, 2034. I'll be gone by then. I don't know if it will. They were switching off FM in 1999. Well, I was working at a radio station in 99 and we all thought, oh no, we're out of a job. Oh no, DAB will be the new thing. DAB. Now we've got DAB Plus. Plus what? All the stations on DAB are now in mono. The whole idea about DAB was it was going to be crystal clear. You could hear the radio presenter fart in the background. You could hear everything. It was crystal clear. Now it's in mono. DAB. Mono. Shit. So they didn't get rid of Freeview. They didn't get rid of FM. Still there. Sounds nice. Good FM signal. Sounds really good. Radio 3 in the UK. Radio 3, if you got it tuned in correctly, if you're near the transmitter, Monday to Thursday, I think it's 10 till 11:30. Have you heard it? Oh, some people are on drugs, man. Radio 3. BBC Radio 3. You don't need a license to listen to the radio. You don't. Nope. Otherwise, the licensed detective vans will be chasing every car up and down every motorway. You don't need a license to listen to BBC Radio. But Radio 3, Monday to Thursday after 10 o'clock. If you like a bottle of wine in the evening, well, get yourself two and listen to what they put out after, I think it's 10 o'clock. It's, you know, it's not real. It's wacky. Anyway. Oh yeah, they got rid of Longwave, didn't they? Longwave was fantastic. Remember Atlantic 252 on Longwave? Hey. We use DAB Plus here in Australia. Yes, but is it stereo DAB? We started off with stereo DAB and it being really nice. I don't mind a processed sound. I like an FM process sound. I like listening to music that's balanced, so it's processed on the radio. I love that. Makes it way better. What, DAB Plus? Okay. But now a lot of the stations that are being launched on the cheap. So we're getting so many radio stations, but they're in mono. I've got 2 ears. 2 ears. 2 boobs. And 2 ears. Mono. The problem with streaming is nothing beats image quality on non-HD channels. Oh, than a satellite dish. Yeah, I agree with you. I'll wait for 3. Sorry, I'm missing out on some of these. Loose Tooth, I have to say thank you. I've got an old Panasonic Plasma. It made a buzz, and it was left in a barn outside. Anyway, in a recent video, you reminded me of the existence of the on button. It made a buzz because you didn't switch it on. Oh, so you thought it was stuck in standby? A lot of people do that. They forget that old Panasonics had this on-off switch. Not all televisions did. You don't have to. It's not legal in the UK. Sorry. I keep going close to the camera, forgetting that I'm not close up here. It's not legal in the UK to have an on-off switch on your appliance. I think in some parts of Europe it is. Maybe Australia. Is it? Let us know. I use a tuning app on my TV for internet radio. Yes. Yeah. What radio stations are you listening to on the internet? Again, I'm not listening to radio these days. It's all become homogenized. It's all become the same. But because I've worked in radio, I tend to notice that more than any other. Let's have a look. Every one of the stations in Australia is stereo at 64 kilobytes per second. Wow. Okay. So, I mean, you know, there's no different to the DAB in Australia than how it is in the UK. So why aren't we doing that? Why are we allowing stations to come up in mono? Oh, Loose Tooth, your plasma was buzzing because it was left in a shed that regularly flooded. Okay. But it's fine now. DAB Plus quality is rubbish. This is what I'm talking about. 48 kilobytes per second. Sounds like it's underwater, doesn't it? If you pardon the pun. But you plugged it back in today and gave the hidden on button a go, and it worked. Yes, those hidden on buttons. Lots of people forget about that. The amount of times I've repaired a plasma TV, given it back to the customer, and then they get home and say it doesn't work. Not working. Doesn't work. But what they've done, when they've hung it on the wall, their finger has pressed the button, and of course it doesn't switch on. Jolly good. Right, I think we're just about done. What time? Oh yeah, almost 2 hours. Wow. Managed 2 hours. Guys, thank you very much indeed for tuning in tonight and being part of the TV repair community. Thank you very much to those that donated to the channel for a coffee. That's going to make a big difference, and please continue to do so because this month we're all going to be repossessed. We're going to have to... I was going to say we're going to have to leave YouTube. You never know, we may have to. But, can I ask one quick question beforehand? You may have noticed this, you may not. I don't understand this. Some of my most popular videos are being rebroadcast on YouTube, but they credit me. So, I did a video about 2 years ago. I can't remember what it was. Pink colours. But anyway, it was a popular one. I've noticed on YouTube there's about 12 different names. Not my name, not TV Repair Community. Different names underneath it. But they credit me. They say this video by Alan. But are they earning from it and taking earnings away from me? I don't know these things. And why haven't YouTube, or is that allowed? Are they allowed to do that? Maybe it makes more money for me. I don't know. So let me know. Dan Manchester, UK. Great live show. Thank you. And I've sent you a few pounds for some tea bags. Thank you very much. That's really kind. I am drinking tea again at the moment. I am. Midnight, time to go. Yes, thanks all, everybody. That's wonderful. Loose Tooth, is it a re-upload? Well, it's just my video, but under somebody else's name. So you can watch it through somebody else, and I'm just wondering they're getting the pennies. I don't know. The name Inky Conan, something like that. Inky Conian seems to be re-uploading loads of my videos under his name. And maybe it's fine. Or maybe I'm going to have to send Mike round to sort him out. I don't know. But the amount of time that YouTube cracks down on copyright, you'd think they wouldn't allow this unless it's absolutely fine and I'm making millions from it, but I just haven't received it yet. Anyway, thank you very much, peeps. Been good fun. I've enjoyed all the communications, and thank you very much for all those people that have donated and come back to repairing some stuff tomorrow. The repairs are getting later and later, quite simply because it's too hot to work and repair during the day. There's like a window of opportunity between 2 o'clock and 4 in the afternoon in the other unit where the sun doesn't shine. It's just cool enough in there. But otherwise, repairs are taking place about 11 o'clock at night. So cheers, chaps. Take care. Thank you very much. Have yourself a wonderful week, and we'll speak again soon. Bye-bye. How do I switch this shit off now? Over the rainbow, just way up high.